Hello. Been a little bit here. Got the troublesome duo here. Peanut, quit that. Hey. Well, little updates here and there. Basically, I redid one of the seals on the front axle of the Jeep, and it didn't hold. Apparently, I didn't get the seal in like all the way, I guess. So it's still leaking, and so I gotta not only redo that, but I'll also gotta pull out the driver's side as well, because I ordered the end seals with the Zerk fitting on it. People say, oh, they don't work, so you know, it's this or that. Well, here's the deal. The current seals that are on the axle right now, they're just hard plastic, and they don't actually seal the end of the axle tube, so it's just screwed anyways. So anything that goes in there that kind of sort of maybe a little works is better than nothing. And these new axle end seals, they're about that thick around the outer edge of the axle, so it will give me more fluid in there. It'll retain the fluid better. Sure, some will leak out when I make a turn, but after X amount of turns, it's not really going to matter at all, because that's just how that's going to go. I mean, no matter how much you seal it up, some fluid will leak out, but once all that fluid leaks out, it's going to be at a level where, when you make a turn, it's only going to go up so high and it won't leak out anymore. I've got a few more things I got to do to the Jeep. I got the ball joints. I got the upper and lower passenger and driver's side ball joints for the front end. Those I'm probably going to have to have done professionally, because I don't have the tools for it, and I really don't want to spend $100 on a tool that everybody says breaks or bends, because it's not whatever. It's not the professional tool. It's not the whatever shop type tool. I got that stuff to worry about. I'm redoing the front alignment. I've got to redo the bushings. I ordered a new set of bushings for the front end, and it's like they were supposed to be here a week ago, and they're just go here, go there, go here, go there. They've been all over the damn country, and they're finally out for delivery, but the FedEx guy still hasn't shown up, and so it's like I don't know when it's going to show up. Not many people know this, but my pug Louie passed away, and it was rough. It was rough on me. It was rough on Peanut. So I adopted a new dog. That's her hiding under there. She's being a brat. But well, I adopted her. I was told, I got paperwork and everything on her that she went to the vet. She got fixed. It was crazy, because the vet did the fixing. They spayed her, and they did a checkup on her. Said she was healthy as a horse, A-okay, and everything. Well, 2 days after getting her, she was spewing the blood and all that, and well, a little while after that, had to take her to another hospital, where she spent 3 days at the hospital, and $3,400 later, found out that she had coccidiosis and pancreatitis. And then the day before yesterday, I found out something even more interesting about her. She's stone deaf. She's absolutely deaf. I mean, yeah, she's completely deaf. She cannot hear a damn thing. I've got a audible test device. It does tones and everything. She was asleep, and I put it to the side of her head and played the tones. She did not wake up at all. I brushed the whiskers on her mouth, and she jumped up awake. She cannot hear anything. She's just completely deaf, both ears. The vets say that it sometimes happens with the boxer breeds. They'll be born deaf, but nobody knows. But she was given a clean bill of health, and it turns out that she was absolutely not healthy, and it cost me $3,400 to go through all this stuff, and it's upsetting. And what's even more upsetting is Arizona has a law. It's the lemon puppy law, but it only is for dog breeders and people that sell dogs professionally. But government entities and government agents are above the law and cannot face any legal action for adopting out or selling sick or dying animals. They are completely covered. It's bullshit. It's like I can't sue the shelter for money lost for them falsifying documents, basically saying that the dog is healthy. So there's that. So I'm going through having to redo the whole front end of the Jeep, having to deal with a sick dog, and I have to replace the cam on the truck because that's where my tick is coming from. There's a worn out riser or lifter on the cam for this, which is the cylinder 6, I think it was, that is shot. So that's where it ticks when I'm driving, is because that lifter's screwed up. So there's that. So I can't really go anywhere or do anything until I fix the Jeep, and I can't really do anything with this until this is done up with. So I mean, shit's just rolling downhill right now. I just want to, give some people some updates that, I'm going to be doing a lot of work on my Jeep. Pulling this truck forward, I'm going to pull the Jeep in. I'm going to put it up on jacks. I'm going to run a big ass tarp from the fence on over, and I'm going to do my work on the slab instead of in the dirt, because the slab's easier to deal with and the jacks work better on solid ground rather than dirt and put on plywood. So it's like I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on, but the quad's doing great. I had to redo the solar on it. I had to redo this solar panel here because this little panel, the wiring on it was backwards compared to this one. So when you had these panels both plugged in together, they'd cancel each other out and turn off the solar charger. Well, with the way these are set up, the covered end of the solar is the positive. Well, this one, the positive was actually the uncovered one. So I had to cut the end, flip it, and rewire it. Now it works great. I can charge. My charging system here shows 12.5. It was nothing. I upgraded this. I bought the breather on Amazon. It was a 2-pack for something, and then I got a brass fitting. So now now my tank actually breathes, because before this thing was just, there is that little line that runs down for, you know, overflow or breathing, but it's too small, or there's something wrong with it to the point where it's not draining or venting properly. So that tank was just getting it was swelling up to the point where it was pressing against the side here, and anytime I came out here I had to, you know, bust this and it would go psh, real loud. But now it breathes. So that's all fixed up. I still want to get a larger battery for this, but you know, I'd have to modify the battery plate in there. It's a little bit too much for right now, but I mean, I've got so much done on it. There's still something funky with this back brake, but I'll figure that out later on when it's cooler out, because that's going to be my cooler, you know, fall into winter vehicle, just putting around. But these guys here, I mean, look at these guys. Look at these buttheads. Such good dogs. They don't bark, they don't do anything. I mean, they wrestle like crazy, but they're dogs. But that's my updates so far. Hopefully soon I'll get, you know, the Jeep back up and running, and I'll be able to go up to my property and rest for a little bit and clear my head, because it's tough out here right now.